With a few little actions, your life can change dramatically. I'm going to show you which actions you want to start doing today and how. So are you someone who's tried to set fitness goals but it just hasn't worked out? Or you've said you are going to eat healthily from now on and you're going to lose weight? And it could be anything, but if that sounds familiar, you are not alone. But what if I told you it's easier than you think, that accomplishing the goals you have in mind, it's not about setting goals at all. This video is going to answer your questions and it's going to give you all you need to be able to change anything in your life. Your diet, your fitness, your education, whatever it is that you want to achieve, you're going to be able to take actionable steps straight after watching this video. So I hope you're excited. I am. Let's jump in. So the beauty of taking small actions towards something you want to accomplish and then form positive habits lies in the simplicity and how everyone's brain is wired. Now, if that doesn't make sense to you, it will do in a moment. So think of it a bit like compound interest for your life. Each tiny little action, it might seem insignificant at the time, but over time, these small, tiny wins accumulate. They snowball, they build momentum, and they deliver significant results. These small actions work because they reduce overwhelm. So the thought of doing just one push-up is far less daunting than a full hour at the gym. They increase your consistency. Because they're easy to do, you're much likely to stick with them consistently. And consistency is the bedrock of habit formation. And I'll be honest here, I resonated with the consistency thing. I've been making these videos, it's not been long, but I've been consistently creating videos every week, and it's just become a habit, but it's also become, it's almost like a way of life. It's like my life now. But I love it, I'm passionate about it. And that's the other thing, you want to be passionate. You want to have some passion, some love about what you're trying to achieve. If you hate what you're doing, it's going to be much less, it's going to be much harder to achieve what you're trying to do. This then builds momentum. Each small success creates what is called a positive feedback loop. Now, this makes you feel good every time and more motivation to continue what you're doing, and this builds self-efficacy. Now, this is the ability to believe that you are going to succeed. Now, you know, we don't all have that belief, and it depends what we're doing, I guess. But with momentum, with consistency, and accumulating these tiny wins, it builds that self-efficacy, and you will start. I mean, it rewires your brain. I say this in a lot of my videos because what I create is about growing as a person, becoming better overall, but this will also rewire your brain, make you start thinking more positively, believing that you can achieve what you want to do. It's powerful stuff. Tap into identity change. Now, this one is a funny one. So the author of Atomic Habits, an amazing book, he says true behavior change is about identity change. So what he's saying here is by consistently performing even a tiny positive habit, you start to see yourself as the kind of person who does that thing. So for example, doing that one push-up every day will start forming that vision in your mind where you are that active person. This is what you do every day. And I guess it's the same for me, making these videos every single week. I don't do it every day. I wish I could, and maybe one day I would love to get there, but even doing it once a week, I have formed that vision in my head. This is who I am. You know, I wouldn't label myself a YouTuber by any means, but I've always created content. I've done it. I've been a filmmaker for nearly 2 decades. So yeah, that as well, you know, it has formed that vision, that belief in my mind. This is what I do. So when you start doing what you want to do, just start today. Keep the consistency up, even if it's, so if you want to get stronger, do a push-up, do 10 push-ups every day. In a week's time, I promise you, you will feel different, you will feel stronger, but you will feel mentally different. It will be less effort mentally to get there and think, right, I want to do my push-ups. It will be easier for you to get yourself into that mindset. And one of the key principles is the 1% rule. And the idea here is that if you can get just 1% better every day, over time, those small improvements, they compound into really amazing results. But listen up, the opposite is also true. So small negative habits can also compound negatively over time. And this highlights the importance of really zoning in and focusing on those seemingly insignificant daily actions and positive habits, because they make a huge difference in your life. Not only physically if you're exercising, but mentally as well. If you're forming positive habits in your life and removing negative ones, I've experienced this myself. It frees up your mind. You literally feel a sense of freedom. It's hard to explain, but yeah, free yourself from those negative habits and implement and grow positive ones. So I think of it a bit like this. Is what I'm doing pushing me forwards, or is it holding me back? If it's pushing me forwards, then that's amazing. I will keep my focus on that and strive to get better at what I'm doing because it's benefiting me. But if the habit or whatever it is holding me back, one, I think, well, I have a daughter, so I think one, it's holding my daughter back as well, and that is a no. That's never going to happen. And two, if it's holding me back, I'm not progressing in my life. I'm not going to be overall happy, am I? It makes sense. So you want to drop anything that's holding you back. And I know it can be hard in the moment, but if you have that mindset and you change the way you think about these tiny little habits that you might have, if you change the way you think about them, it's a lot easier to get rid of them. Because this is a skill that you can start doing today. And like any skill, you will get better at it the more you practice. Because often our habits are on autopilot. You might not even be aware sometimes that you have a habit. So growing your awareness for them will really help you in the long run to discern which ones to drop that don't help you out, that don't lift you up, and which ones to keep and form, depending on whether they push you forward or not. So how do you harness this power of forming these positive habits? So now I'm going to let you know a few strategies that I've found really helpful, that have really helped me in my life to form positive habits and get rid of ones that don't serve me anymore. Now the first one is start really small. Make your initial habits so easy you can't say no. So for example, do you want to exercise? Start with just one push-up, okay, maybe two, or a 2-minute walk, whatever it is. Keep it small. Focus on consistency, like I said before, but not intensity, because the goal in the beginning is to build your positive habit. Prioritize showing up every day, even if it's just for a tiny amount of time or effort, because this is something, you're building this into your life. It's not for the short term, it's for the long term, and results come with consistency. So the next one is make it obvious. So let's say you want to start running. Put your running shoes next to the front door so you have a visual cue. Okay, I see my running shoes. Let's go for a run, let's do it. Maybe you get up in the morning, you're not specifically thinking of running around the block the first thing in the morning, but you see your running shoes and it switches something in your brain and you think, okay, yeah, let's do it. I want to form this habit. I'll feel a bit rubbish maybe when I'm doing it, but I'm going to feel amazing afterwards. Let's say you want to read more. Put your book next to your bed or put it somewhere, next to the sofa, whatever it is. So again, you have that visual cue to just pick it up, open it, and read a paragraph. Even if it's just a paragraph, do it, because that will start forming your habit. When I go to the gym, I really enjoy, actually, so in between sets, what I do, I really like this. I actually ideate. I think about what my next video is going to be. I do some research. I might start writing a script. Doing research into the topic, or perhaps my audience, or what you guys are interested in. I might look at the comments, reply to you guys, whatever it is. I'm doing something that I enjoy. I love doing this. So if I can, if I can do something I enjoy paired with my fitness, that's a win-win. It's amazing. You want to make it easy, reduce friction. So if you want to eat healthier, have healthy snacks. If you want to write, keep a notebook and pen on your desk. Make it satisfying. Reward yourself after completing your habit. Now, the power of small habits also applies to breaking those unwanted behaviors or habits that you don't want to do anymore, you want to get rid of. So here are some strategies that also I've implemented, and they work so well, and I hope they do for you too. The first one is to identify your triggers. Understand what the situations are, or emotions, or times of day that lead to your habit that you don't want to do anymore. And then start small with substitutions. So instead of completely eliminating the habit, you can replace it with a slightly healthier alternative. So if you want to reduce sugary drinks, start by having just one less drink a day and replace it with water. Make it difficult. Increase the friction associated with the bad habit. If you want to spend less time on social media, delete the apps from your phone and only access them on a computer. And then focus on the positive replacement. Replace it with something positive. Instead of solely focusing on what you're trying to stop, focus on building that small positive habit that can counteract it. This is powerful. Remember, the power of these small habits is in their compounding, right? They might seem insignificant at first, but over the days, the weeks, the months, even the years, they can grow into something that are life-changing. It will change your life in every aspect of your life. Your friendships, your relationships. And I hope this video really, really helps you in your life. This is why I make these videos. It's a passion of mine I love people, how people work, and it's a passion of mine because I've been through stuff, we all have. And so, yeah, I'm just passionate about helping people and helping people to understand why they might be feeling a certain way, or, whatever it is. I like to help people understand it and then help them through it and grow into the best version of themselves, I guess. So here's something I want you to do. Bit of homework. Today, after you watch this video, don't just click away and watch another video. For the next 5 minutes, spend 5 minutes just to identify something, a habit, a positive habit that you want to start implementing, or a habit that doesn't serve you anymore or holds you back. Try to become aware of something that you want to either form or get rid of, and then start with those small, tiny actions to push you in the right direction, like I've explained in this video. I really hope that helps you. Can you do me one thing? Can you please like this video for me? It helps YouTube to share it to other people that might find it helpful, might be struggling, and that would mean so much to me. Thank you. My small channel needs all the help it can get to grow. So if you could do that for me, that would be amazing. And please share it with anyone you think that might find it helpful. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.